Peace out at the Swan here. 2SUGARS podcast. I've found something. Right.
So, let's start off with this here. Training. How's your training going and what's your...
So, this is Dean Lynch Ward on the Holden Official podcast. Dean Lynch Ward talking about the Dakagi fight. And it's pretty interesting, to say the least. So, I've got my cup of tea. 2SUGARS podcast at the Swan. Let's go.
Your training consisting of?
Do you know, to be honest, my training is the exact same as what I was when I was 12 years of age, when I started fighting in the amateurs till now. I don't do anything what I don't normally do. A lot of people have got this thing in their head now, I'm not training, because obviously I look a bit chubby in the face. I've always carried water in my face, but the thing is, I'm not. I'm 38 years of age. My days for running with sweatsuit to lose weight to make weight, competition time are over. That doesn't still mean I'm not training. Do you know what I mean? I'm not as big as what I look on the camera. It makes you look a lot bigger. But my training, consistent training, I'm up at 5 o'clock. I'll go and do my 3 mile run. I get in the gym for about 6:30 in the morning. I'll do minute rounds. If there's anyone in a bit of sparring, then I'll go to work, come home and probably go for a little sauna, a little steam, or like me and my missus, go for a walk. It doesn't consist of anything extraordinary. Now, the training I'm doing at the minute is nothing. I've done it all my life. It's a routine. But instead of me running twice a week, I'm running 3 times a week. Do you know what I mean?
A little bit of
and that's pretty much it, really. I don't have to do anything kind of extreme. I mean, if you want my personal opinion, I know a lot of people are doubting me out there, man, but if I thought I was up against it, you know, I'd put my foot on the gas full throttle. But
okay, now fast forward a little bit to his fight career and stuff like that, Dean Lynch.
Because everyone's coming to this thing, I'm making this and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. For some reason, he's become...
Where is it?
5'11".
Yeah, are you ready? This is good.
That's one to the people. A lot of the YouTube world, it's a fight. That's what they want to see.
Yes,
How are you going to do that? How are you going to beat him?
I'm going to stand in front of him. It's just there's no two ways about it. I mean, look, Decker's 5'9", I'm 5'11". Decker's 16 stone 2 at the minute.
Is that all the height Decker is? I thought he was a lot bigger.
No, I'm 14 stone 8. You've got to remember, I weighed him up with the Danny Christie situation. Now, it's weird, because when Decker come down, remember, I've only met Decker once at Dougie's fight, and then I met him at the Danny Christie fight when they come for the Danny Christie.
Mm-hmm.
And I was messing about with him warming up before we knew the ins and outs of this.
Ooh.
Yeah. And when I was warming up, I found it hard to believe that he's a fighter. He was dead stiff. He didn't even know how to throw a left hook, and that's the truth. Do you know what I mean?
Ooh. Go on, Dean.
The thing is, I get like a mad, mad energy sensation, and I kind of knew from that day, from the first day I initially met him in the gym, I knew I was going to have an issue with this guy down the line. I just didn't know. It was weird. I got like a sixth sense. Does that make sense? It was weird. And I said to Dougie afterwards, I said, after the actual fight, when he went on his way, I said, what do you feel that guy? Said he come across to me all right. And Decker said, Dougie said to me, keep an open mind, just sit on the fence. Because obviously he'd seen a lot more stuff than me, and I started looking into more. So I already knew what I'm kind of up against. I'm not going to say it's an easy fight and everything else, you know, but believe, if I didn't look at the age of 38 years of age, I don't want to be coming home to my missus and my kids in a bad way. If I thought I was up against it.
Where is he talking about his fighting career?
Well, I started off with boxing, obviously growing up as a kid. Yeah. My dad had me and my brother boxing. It was down in our DNA, you know, from being kids, from my fathers, grandfathers. Mm-hmm. And we was boxing from the age of 6, 7 years old, you know, with your cousins and that. We was, you know, the way we was reared, if there was an issue, you go outside and you box, that was it.
Yeah.
I got to 12 years of age and I started boxing the amateurs. I boxed at the Champs Camp Manchester, Fox Manchester, then the Champs Camp, Moss Side Manchester. As an amateur, I had 67 amateur fights and I lost 3 fights as an amateur. I won 64. I mean, I thought I'd done all right, but then you look at some of the other amateurs that I know some lads that had 200-300 fights. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then I turned professional. Just as I got my professional license, I went to prison. So I turned professional with a guy called Ensler Bingham, another guy called Tom Brugan. Now we went and I got my boxing license. I had to go to Sheffield. It was with Brendan Ingle, but the late Brendan Ingle that passed away, God rest his soul.
the new boxing trainer in Sheffield's called Dominic Ingle, and he's a very renowned, hell of a trainer. Who does he have again? Oh man, he's not long fought, man. He's not long. I can't remember, man, who it was. Dominic Ingle, anyway, Sheffield. Gym, yeah, boxing trainer. Hell of a trainer. I can't remember some of the pros he's got in his gym, but there's loads, so well
He used
done.
to sit the board with his son, young Brendan Ingle, the British Boxing Board of Control. I went there, got my boxing licence, it was granted, and ended up going to prison. So I never fought as an actual professional boxer. But what I've done is, when I come out of prison, I started fighting K1, and then I became a professional K1 fighter. And then obviously I had 19 K1 fights, one loss. I lost one as a K1. But in the meantime, with K1, I had 2 Thai boxing fights, and I fell short both times. But the reason being, Thai boxing was a style I couldn't really master it because it kind of laid back with like high
shit at
big legs and stuff like that. So with the K1 styles, you could box, and it's more like a kickboxing style. I was more suited to that style of fighting.
Could we see a bit of muscle memory and you swinging shin to the chin on Deca?
Well, there's only one, like I said, mate, there's one. I mean, I'm not going to give too much away.
Yes, bro. Go on, mate. What you up to? Alright, mate, come get me, mate. We'll get straight to it. Training and that, yeah? Alright, sound, brother. Take care. See you soon. Ring me when you're outside. Yeah, man. Sound, mate. Peace out. Love you, G. Thanks, mate. Love you, Swan, lad. Yeah, so, training soon. So he's had a pretty good... He's got a lot of fight experience, I'll tell you that. K1, you don't just have all them fights in the K1 and that, do you know what I mean? And be a pussy. Do you know what I mean? He seems like he knows what he's doing. He might be a bit chubby, but you know what I mean? He's 14 stone 10. Decker's still heavier than him, so you know what I mean? Decker's come down. It's going to be a hell of a fight, a hell of an interesting fight. I'll definitely be tuning in. I'll pay money to watch that. I think Dean's a dark horse, you know. I really do. I really do. I just keep swaying from who's going to win. But yeah, thanks for the support for my podcast. 2SUGARS podcast. Peace out at this one. Get some serious training soon.